What's going on, everybody? My name is Nico, and welcome back to the Polishing Podcast after a very, very long accidental hiatus. Well, it's not so much been an accident because, as you can tell from the silence and the fact that I have not introduced the co-host, Trent isn't here. Pixelated Apollo, not here. And the reason for that is he is currently moving, and the reason why we haven't done a podcast in 2 months is because holiday season, Thanksgiving, Christmas, all that stuff, and all of the stuff with his Facebook and that. So I'm not allowed to go into any of the details of that situation, but basically just doing videos, doing streams for Facebook, all of that takes a lot of time and effort. And then the podcast also takes time and effort to do. And unfortunately, a lot of things hit all at once. So he had all of the Facebook stuff. He had to do videos for his YouTube. He had to get his house ready to be sold. He has to, do the Thanksgiving thing. And then Christmas time was here. And then we had to do the streams and the YouTube videos. And then, would you look at that? It's Christmas. Got to spend time with the family again. And then literally after that, he was like, all right, selling the house, doing that, getting the house ready, and now he's moving. So by the time you hear this, he'll hopefully be moved into his new house. I talked to him today, and he said it's been going fine so far, and nothing's been broken or messed up. So that's great to hear, because the last thing you want to ever see or have happen when moving is, something breaking. But yeah, that's why he isn't here. I've decided to break the silence and actually, talk into a microphone for an extended amount of time. Don't know how long I'll be able to do it, but I'll try to do a pretty standard sized episode if I can. Haven't done anything like this in a long time. I guess the Call of Duty videos I had been making for a little bit, and I guess I still have content for YouTube. I just don't know that YouTube's for me. Well, I'm not going to get into that just yet. But those are like mini podcasts, like 5 to 7 minute podcast type little bits that just also happen to have Call of Duty video on top of it. But yeah, so how you guys doing? I'll wait. Go ahead. Don't be shy. Come on, it's okay. We're having a conversation. You can tell me how you're doing. No? All right, fine. I wanted to go back and forth, but you guys aren't saying anything, so I guess I'll just keep talking. It's kind of rude to say you want to have a conversation and never respond, but whatever. But other than that, I've been doing okay. We've missed a lot of stuff. This is a lot of stuff to catch up on. So, the polishing part of this podcast doesn't work so well when it's solo. But, it's the euphemism still there. But anyway, so if you celebrated Christmas, what'd you get for Christmas? Really? 12 guitars? Man, you're rich. No, I'm just kidding. No, but so, leave, comment, all that stuff. But before you comment on the website, I have sad news. The WordPress website, the polishingpodcast.com website, will most likely be going up into smoke soon. Mostly because to keep that website running costs a lot of money, like a lot. Way more than it really deserves to cost. So that one is going to be disappearing soon. And by soon, I mean February 22nd or something. So that'll be gone. But that's okay. The podcast will still exist because since we've been hosting the podcast on Podbean as well, I'm just going to make sure to I'm going to make sure on Podbean that the podcast RSS feed is the primary one that iTunes and Spotify and everything is pulling to. That way, you guys won't miss anything. Any episodes you have that you're like, I'm going to listen to this later or something, will still be there. You don't have to go back and be like, I got to download all the episodes before February 22nd or they're all going to be gone. That shouldn't happen. I'm going to go through and make sure that the transition is smooth. It shouldn't be that big a deal because I can even make the Podbean website our primary website, which would be polishingpodcast.com. I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, I can do that. And if not, it would just be polishing podcast.podbean.com, which is fine. The official website isn't something I'm too terribly concerned about. Having it on iTunes, Spotify, and Google Play Google Play, like music/podcast app, whatever you want to call that one. That's kind of my main concern. The website is nice for people who either don't want to use smartphone apps or whatever, but it's not a necessary thing. Having it on one of those 3 big apps is what I'm most, and Stitcher. I almost forgot about Stitcher, but having it on all of those apps is what I'm, actually concerned about. But yeah, so the Polishing Podcast website proper will most likely go down, the WordPress one. And yeah, hopefully it'll be a smooth process and we won't lose all of a whole bunch of episodes or anything. I'm going to go through and re-download all the episodes because thankfully, or sort of thankfully, the way WordPress works with the way the plan that I have is that you get a certain amount of data and you upload files to said website and you can only use that much space. I'm using, I don't know if it's called Common or College or what, but the specific one I'm using doesn't have that much space. It's like 6 gigabytes, and we were at like 60 to 70% at the last episode, which I don't even know what episode we were on. Now that I'm trying to think about it, maybe 30 something. Let me look up 35. So 36 will be this one. And as of looking this up, no, that's not what I wanted. Close that. Go to, let me just check this real quick. That's not what I wanted. Is it upload? Do I have to? Yes, add media. Yeah, we're at 77% at 35 episodes. So we might have gotten another, what? Like now I'm having trouble. 35, 77% is what I said, right? What is that? Another like 20 episodes out of the website? No. Maybe. It's hard to think off the top of my head. Hey, you know what? I have a calculator in my hand. Why am I doing mental math? So let's say we have 35 episodes times 0.75. We get 26. That's the wrong way to do that, by the way. I wanted to actually do 35 minus 26. So another 9 episodes before it would have filled up. Or 26. I actually don't know. I think it's 9 before we used up all of our space. So what I'm going to do is download all these to make sure I can smoothly transition them to Podbean just in case. Because right now the Podbean site is actually copying the RSS feed from that site. This is all a bunch of podcast mumbo jumbo, by the way. Sorry. This is not going to be the most exciting episode of the Polishing Podcast, mostly because I'm doing it solo. But anyway, I'm going to copy that, or it's copying that right now, basically duplicating it so we can get stuff on Spotify. But I want to make sure that when the WordPress site goes down finally in February, that it is okay. Like everything, no, we don't all of a sudden have 20 episodes missing and only the most recent stuff or the most recent episodes were the ones that are going to stay on everything. But yeah, the WordPress site costs a lot of money and it's limited in space. The Podbean hosting service does not cost a lot and it has unlimited audio content. So Podbean is like $12.99 a month with unlimited audio upload. So there's no restrictions. You can't upload this many podcasts in a week, or I think, as far as I know, there isn't. So that's great. That's one of the reasons I like them. And they were a Spotify, what is the word I'm looking for? Spotify specific host. Spotify something hosts. It's one of the few podcasting sites Spotify was letting any podcast be put on Spotify. Approved. Spotify approved, I guess. Certified sounds better. Sounds more professional. It's one of the only ones that was Spotify certified, basically. And it just makes more sense to just switch everything over to that than to continue to do both the WordPress and and Podbean services, because the WordPress one was almost $100 a year, which is actually cheaper than the Podbean one because it's a lump sum, but we would run out of space, and to get enough space to have unlimited audio hosting would be like $300 a year, which, I mean, if you do the math, $12.99 times 12 is like what, 140 something. 155, like it's half the price of what it would be to keep it on WordPress. And I get to make, like, we get to make a basic site with that where you can still leave comments and stuff. It's not like finely tuned. It's not like our website, but I don't know that Trent cares about having a website for the podcast, and not so much me either, because, you know, he does more stuff outside of the podcast. Me, I'm kind of what you would call flaky, because these past 2 months I've also not streamed, and I've been really iffy about uploading to YouTube. Mostly because Call of Duty came out and my streams lost a bunch of viewers, which I understand because not everybody was watching me to watch Call of Duty, because I started playing Darkest Dungeon. I got a bunch of viewers. Well, not a bunch. A bunch for me, like 6 viewers on average watching Darkest Dungeon, and then I moved to like XCOM for a bit because I was like, all right, we played a bunch of Darkest Dungeon. And there's just certain times where games that take a long time to play through, I will sometimes just lose interest in the middle of playing them, or near the end. I'll get like through 75% of game and I'll kind of be like, I don't want to play this anymore. It just happens to me sometimes. I don't know why, but it does. I've never beaten Fallout 4. I've never been in the Institute. I haven't made it that point in the game because I always lose interest in that game before the end. I didn't beat Assassin's Creed Odyssey, which is a game I was also streaming kind of on and off. It's a little too intensive, even with a fucking like, I upgraded my computer not that long ago, and even after the upgrades, I still can't really stream that game because it's just so fucking not optimized for NVIDIA graphics. I have an RTX 2080 now and a Ryzen 2700X processor, and the game is optimized for Ryzen. Like an AMD logo and a Ryzen logo come up on screen before you get into the game, and it still runs like ass. So I'm like, this game is just it's not a good time when it comes to the optimization. So yeah, I mean, I made it work, but it wasn't the most fun experience, especially now that I have a 144 hertz monitor and playing at 60 FPS is kind of asshole. Seriously, if you haven't gone like above 60, if you haven't hit that 90 plus mark, I'm gonna tell you right now, you're gonna want to do that. 100, it's another experience. Like, so if you play at 60 FPS, you know what it's like to go to 30, and how you're like, oh, console plebs, 30 FPS, my eyes and stuff. Once you go above 90, like once you hit triple digits, you reach a level of smoothness that makes 60 not fun anymore, which is weird to say because there are still some games on consoles that they're like, oh, we're hitting 60 FPS, and people are like, yeah, because thank God that 4K is no longer this big selling thing, like 4K, because I don't give a shit about 4K. I understand that if I saw 4K with my own eyes, I'd probably be like, I can't play anything at 1080p anymore, but I want more frame rate. So it didn't help that I was playing Call of Duty a lot at the time, where the higher frame rates make more sense. But it was like the difference was so apparent as soon as I turned on the 144. Like, just looking at my mouse and seeing how much smoother it was across my screen was just like, what in the hell? Also, before I do anything else, I need to make sure. Oh, I am in cinema mode. Never mind. I thought a bunch of games looked weird. My monitor, I have an Asus monitor. It's a Asus 1080p 144 monitor that actually has a couple of good what's it called? Presets that are pretty good. Well, one of the RPG one is really nice for making things more vibrant and stick out a little bit better. Got the hiccups right there. And right now it's in cinema mode, if I'm not mistaken, which makes it a little darker. Yeah. And then like RTS RPG like kind of oversaturates stuff, which actually looks nice in most RPGs. FPS mode kind of like darkens the whites and stuff, but it doesn't. Like cinema mode kind of darkens the screen for deeper blacks and stuff. It's pretty cool. I like it a lot. But yeah, anyway, enough talking about that. But so I stopped streaming because reasons, really. Just 1 to 2 people showing up after I was getting like 6 or 7. And it wasn't fun to be streaming and not talking to chat, because Dan, if you're listening to this, I love you, because you were coming out to the streams no matter what I was playing, and you're a goddamn champion. But it sucked to not be talking to more people. You're amazing, and I love you because you were still there. Still holding out like a true hero. And I understand Martin probably wasn't showing up because family, holidays. I get that. And if you're a person who used to watch my streams and you're like, oh, I'd watch you play anything, I just like you, and you weren't showing up during the holidays, I get it. It just sucked as being that playing or streaming and having like nobody there, which is one of the reasons why I always find it hard getting into streaming, is having no audience. It feels weird. It's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna look over a chat, nothing's there. All right, just gonna keep talking to myself. It's not fun. If you've ever tried streaming and gotten dissuaded by it, it's pretty easy because you lose faith in yourself real quick. I'm also bad at networking, which is a huge thing in the stream, like for streaming and YouTubing, which is kind of why I don't do YouTube or didn't succeed on YouTube, even back when I was uploading regularly before my channel died. But yeah, so streaming kind of fell off because of the holiday season, switched games, Call of Duty came out, and man, was I just grinding hard. And yeah, even though Trent says I'm good at the game, I don't think I'm good, because I've seen people who are way better than me. But I mean, I'm definitely above average when it comes to your average Call of Duty player, even on PC. But it doesn't matter. People don't want to watch regular Call of Duty multiplayer, and I don't like BR, so I get it. It just sucked. But yeah, that's why I haven't been streaming. YouTube's just kind of been laziness. I have like 7 videos rendered that I just could upload at any point in time, and I keep forgetting that. And it's really hard for me to be motivated to upload videos to my YouTube channel when I still know what it used to be like back when I was playing Smite and uploading Smite content, and I was getting, like, I can just look real quick. Like right now, videos, I'm lucky if a video hits 30 views, gonna be honest. And back when I was uploading a lot and just constantly putting out content 5 days a week. Why is this a terrible, terrible system? I've got a new creator studio that hasn't hit other YouTube channels yet, and it's not good because I can't go all the way to the end. It's making me scroll through one page at a time instead of being able to hit the very first videos I've ever put out and then come back. Why does this have so many views? I forgot when I switched to Paladins for a little bit and it did okay. That was a time. But yeah, back when I was uploading in 2014 or whatever, before I moved out. Where is it? Is it Smite Artemis gameplay? Bologna gameplay. I mean, I played a little bit when Bologna first came out. Pwash. When did I stop playing? I bet I could tell. March, May 2015. March, May, September. Think I found it. And then it jumps from October 1st, 2015 to fucking July 18th of 2016. So yeah, that period where it went from May to September is when I moved out, and I didn't know how to I didn't know how to balance my life. But before that, I was getting like 300 to 500 views a video if I was like putting out a character guide for like a god guide for, not a god guide, but like a video of a new god, it usually hit the fucking algorithm pretty well because people were searching up videos of new gods for Smite, and it would be, you know, a couple thousand views. And or 1,000+ views. I had a couple that really hit hard when I was going over patch notes and stuff, and like, where's my most viewed video? Is that even something I can see? Because this fucking new studio is ass. Oh my god. I'm trying to see if that's even, like, what the this is so bad. I just want to know what my top video all-time views was. Like, what's got the best views ever that I've ever put out? I don't know. Holy shit, this is terrible. Playlist, device type. I just want to know. Should I just go to... No, this won't work because it's not good. Views. I don't know. Why can't I just do it in descending or oh my goodness. This is not good. 1 million. I don't know. Fuck. Let's do it the other way. Okay, that didn't work. Let's get rid of a 0. Maybe 10,000 views. I don't know. This is really unnecessarily complicated. Here we go. Smite gameplay. My thoughts on the 1/8/2014 patch. January 8th, 2014. 28,360 views. Don't know why this particular patch overview video hit the algorithm so hard, but it did. That's a shit ton of views for my channel, especially at the time that it was getting views in real time. And now I get maybe 30 views. It's really hard to know what your channel was capable of, and then you disappeared because you were like, oh, I'm going to move out and get a real job. And then when you come back to YouTube, it kind of is like, oh, hey, you were back. And then you disappear for over a year, and then you come back and you disappear again and you come back. Obviously, a channel is going to die from that. It just sucks. And I kind of miss playing Smite in general because, I mean, who's not going to get nostalgic over a game where all of his friends were playing and stuff, and it's hard not to. But yeah, so that's why I continuously get dissuaded with YouTube uploads and stuff, and that's why I haven't streamed on Twitch in a while. I'm what you might say kind of emotional, so I sometimes I let my emotions get the best of me and stop doing things even if I like doing them because I'm sad. I'm a sad boy. Excuse me. But yeah, if you're wondering why I haven't said anything on Twitter, YouTube, Twitch, anything like that, that's why. So yeah, that's why I kind of disappeared for a little bit there. And I'm sorry because, if you wanted to support me and stuff like that, that's not fair to you. That sounds weird, but you know what? I'm gonna stick with it. But yeah, so Christmas. What did you guys get for Christmas? I know I asked that already. I'm gonna tell you what I got for Christmas. So my monitor was one of the things I got for Christmas. Allie, my loving wife, got me this a little bit early because we never actually wait till Christmas to give each other gifts. We always give each other gifts like a month beforehand and like Merry Christmas or whatever. But yeah, that was her gift to me. Trent, Santa Claus himself, actually got me the RTX 2080 because I was rocking a 1070, which is good, but wasn't cutting it for some games anymore. And I know what you're thinking. Holy shit, he bought you a 2080? It's like, yeah. But then again, I also work for him, so kind of need it. And if you're wondering, wait, you work for him? Yeah, I edit his videos. Most of them. Sometimes he does it himself, but for the most part, if you scroll down in the description, it'll say edited by, and it'll say my name. But yeah. So that helps a little bit with rendering because I think it's tensor cores on the RTX card. Like, that's the whole point. They're because the ray tracing tensor cores or something. If I'm not mistaken, I've watched a lot of videos on Linus Tech Tips about it, and I kind of forgot. Anyway, so far it helped speed up the rendering process for his videos. If I were to really have wanted to make my gaming, my station, more of a workstation instead of a Ryzen, I would have gone with a Threadripper, because those are the best workstation processors on the market, bars none, for consumers. Intel is just been completely blown away by AMD in that department. Speaking of which, AMD's got that new graphics card, and I'm kind of sad I have an RTX card right now, because if that graphics card's got 2080 performance, I'm gonna become pissed, because I've not been happy with NVIDIA's choking of the market with their monopolization, because nobody's competing with them. I really wish a third fucking company at the very least would come in to try and be like, no, we got the best shit now, because holy shit, does it suck that it's Intel and AMD, and for CPU front, NVIDIA and AMD on the fucking graphics front. And AMD hasn't had a real dog in the ring since fucking, I don't know, 2013, 2014, because the fucking Vega cards haven't kept up with NVIDIA's high end at all. If you were going to go between a 1060 and a Vega card, you'd probably be better off with AMD, just because of the price difference. But I mean, at this point, I don't know. Hopefully that card's good. Because, man, it'd be nice for NVIDIA to have competition so its prices dropped. Anyway, but yeah, did that. Got that. What else did I get for Christmas? Did I get anything for Christmas? Now I'm looking around and thinking. I'm like, I don't know that I actually got all that much for Christmas. What are you doing, little one? My cat's being really needy. She wants to pets. It's 9:30 p.m. Wednesday night. So August 23rd? Right? Oh my God, August? Where the fuck did I think it was August from? January 23rd? What the hell? Resident Evil 2 comes out this Friday. All right, come on, get in the lap. Let's go. That's a good girl. But yeah, so that's exciting. The Resident Evil 2 remake. If you're into Resident Evil like I am, Resident Evil 4, one of my favorite games of all time. Bought it on 3 different systems so far. PS2, Xbox 360, and my PC. But yeah, actually, other than my monitor, I don't know what else I got for Christmas, if I got anything. Holy crap. Really? I mean, I got money. Did I not get anything else for Christmas? I'm looking around did I? And I don't think I did. Yeah, that might have been the only substantial thing I got, other than just some money from my relatives, my grandparents, my aunt, uncle, and stuff, which is wild. I usually get more than one thing. Huh. All right. Well, hopefully you guys got more stuff than I did. I didn't even get socks. And I really, now that I'm older, getting socks for Christmas is a dub. I'm pumped for getting some socks on Christmas. But yeah, after that, I did, buy myself some stuff, but I, not as Christmas presents. So, okay, past Christmas. What do we got next? New Year's Eve. Did you guys celebrate New Year's Eve? Did you have a good time? Did you get a little drunk? Did you set any goals or aspirations for yourself? Any New Year's resolutions? Because, to be honest, I'm not one to set resolutions for the new year. I just think just bettering yourself in general is a good idea. So, and my thing is I wanted to get strong again, and I wanted to eat, continue to eat healthier like I had been. So for the new year, I was like, all right, I'm going to look into going to the gym or something. You went down? It looks like you went down. Go. Okay, good girl. But so I was like, all right, let's look at gyms in the area. And there's one gym in the area that I can walk to. And if you're wondering, Nico, why would you want to walk to the gym? Well, here's the thing. To get a gym membership anywhere that I can't just walk to means I have to factor in bus pass money. All right, well, how often do I want to go to the gym? About 4 to 5 times a week. That's what I would like. I would like to work out almost every day. All right, so how much does that cost per week for a bus? Well, back and forth rides are $5. Because I would go to the gym and stay there for an hour plus each time. And I think it's like you get an hour and a half for the transfer rate. Whereas like if I get on the bus, it's $2.50 with my card. If I have money on the card, if you don't have money on your card and you got to use cash, $2.75. But anyway, got money on the card, get on the bus, $2.50. If I'm going to like Target or something, or like Giant Eagle, going to the store, and I want to come home and it's been like 20 minutes, I already got my stuff and I'm at the bus stop again, I get on, it's $1 or something. Because excuse me, damn, I'm yawning because I'm tired. But that's when I hit the transfer rate, so that way it's not full price. But if I were to be out for an hour and a half or something, I don't remember exactly how long the transfer, what is the word I'm looking for? The transfer rate stays. But, if I was at the gym for long enough, it'd be $2.50 coming back home. So we're looking at $5 a day, most likely. So if we're going 5 times a day, it's $25 a week, $100 a month, $1,200 a year just to take the bus to the gym back and forth. That's it. That's not even factoring in how much money I'd have to put towards actual gym membership costs. So I was like, okay, what about the gym I could walk to? $600, $700 a year. So not exactly cheaper. So at this point, Allie was like, why don't you look into getting your own stuff to work out at home? Because then it's one payment and I don't have to, all we have to do is make sure it fits in a place where we can put it away. I was like, you know what? That makes a lot of sense. That, and I like work. I don't work out at home just because I don't have most of the stuff I would like to use at home. I have workout bands and perfect push-up thingies, which, I mean, who knows if the perfect push-up's great, but they act good enough for bars so you can actually get deeper into your push-up, which will actually help your chest, even if it's like, oh, the turning action's better for it too. I don't know about that, but they do work for the just extending how deep you can go into your push-up. But anyway, so I was like, okay, I'll look it up. So I bought a workout bench and a set of dumbbells with up to 60 pounds of weight. I think it's 4 5-pound plates and 4 8-pound plates, if I'm not mistaken. So, I mean, just to start, God, I'm just yawning all the time. This is great audio content. But like, just to start, I've been using 14 pounds. And you're like, that's a weird number. Well, the dumbbell bars themselves are 4 pounds with the little tighteners on them. I don't know what to call those. The little things you put on the dumbbell to make sure the weight plate doesn't come off, plus 10 pounds on each one. So 14 pounds total. What I need to do is buy some 2.5-pound plates, like 4 of those. That way I can increase the weight I'm using incrementally and not jump from 14 to fucking 20 pounds. Cause it doesn't sound like a lot, but I'm going for more reps and not higher weight. So what I've been doing is trying to hit 20 to 18 reps per exercise, or if I really I'm like starting to get tired, 15, but I try to do 15 plus reps no matter what. So I bought a workout bench that folds up and I could put it in our closet, and then those weights, and then I bought gloves because I don't like getting calluses on my hands. That's the one thing I never liked about working out, is developing calluses across the palms of like the top part of my palms on my fingers. I don't like that. I like having soft hands, mostly because I have sensitive skin from my mother's side, and I have eczema. And I've never had it on the insides of my hands, but recently taking showers have made the insides of my hands feel like they're on fire because of something, even though we have a filtered shower head because the water in Pittsburgh is high in lead and not great for you. And I don't use that many products that have like a lot of chemicals in them because, sensitive skin. So I can't, because it legitimately feels like my skin is on fire. But yeah, so but for some reason, something is making it happen even through all that stuff. So I'd rather not develop calluses just in case it somehow upsets my skin even more. So I bought, I guess from what it looks like, they're mostly used for CrossFit, but they're gloves that are open on the back, like where the back of my hand is. But the inside has like this rubber like grip to it and pattern. So that way your weights don't slip out of your hands, but your hands don't overheat and sweat a lot because they can get air from the back. And so far, it's worked. It provides wrist support too, because of the way it wraps around your wrist. It's supposed to be really tight. So my wrists haven't hurt doing any exercises. My hands haven't hurt because I'm not gripping a dumbbell with my bare skin and it's just ripping them apart. So yeah, and I've been keeping up with it fairly well. Unfortunately, though, I got sick at the beginning of the year. Literally, January 1st or something, I started to feel like shit. Or 4th, I don't know. But Allie and I got sick in the first week of the year. So I've been recovering from that for like a while now, and it's been kind of shitty. But I didn't order any of this until I started to get better. And so far, I've worked out. I think today was the 10th time, and I've had it. Wait, that's not right. Is that right? No. Maybe? I got to check my Amazon account and make sure I could actually know or knew when I got this, because now I'm sitting here like, what? Orders. Oh, the little kitty undershirts are here. I got to go downstairs to get those. Not open. Delivered January 13th was the blankets, so we weren't cold anymore. I mean, super hot. Okay, so this was January 8th. It was delivered. So maybe I'm right, because I worked out the 9th, 10th, and 11th. Did I work out the 12th? So 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9. Okay, I've worked out 9 times in the, how many days I've had it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 days. So that kind of works out. I want to work out at least 4 times a week with weights. And then I think the 5th day I might do like yoga or something. I want to work out 5 times, but I don't want it all to be lifting weights because you get tired real quick. But yeah, that's still $25. Should probably get that again. But yeah, it's been nice. I missed working out with like dumbbells and like getting on a workbench and doing bench press, even if it is a dumbbell bench press. It's just something about it that is much, much better than using bands, like resistance bands, or just doing push-ups and stuff. I don't know what it is, but it just feels better for me, and I like it so much more, and I legitimately do like that I bought this. That and always getting endorphins from working out is one of the best feelings. Like, it's endorphins. Of course it's a good feeling. Like, what? Duh. It's the reason I like eating chocolate and banging. No shit. It's almost like the reason our endorphins are released when we eat chocolate and get our wieners touched. It's like our body wants us to keep doing it. Who would have guessed? But yeah, so that's been fun and nice. Trying to eat a little bit healthier, trying to get more greens in the diet, trying to get more vegetables and fruits in general. Not trying to go on a diet, but just trying to clean up the current food I eat. It's weird because everybody has a stigma when you say diet, but your diet is just what you eat. Like, if your diet consists of eating a whole bunch of sugary ass, well, I shouldn't say that. Millennials eat ass. That's our thing. Sugary shit, it sounds weird too. If you just eat a bunch of junk food, that's your diet. Your diet consists of junk food. Saying I'm going on a diet doesn't make any sense. You already have a diet. It's what you consume regularly. That's what your diet is. I want to increase the amount of healthy food that I consume, which is kind of difficult, seeing as how our government's been shut down for 32 days, or more than 32 days at this point. Whatever. So buying certain foods is ill-advised. Like today we had ground beef, and I was like, It's probably not the safest thing to buy, because ground beef is the easiest thing to get, just absolutely not okayed. At some point it could get contaminated, from what I remember hearing, because of the grounding process of the meat. But we did freeze it and then cook it, so hopefully we'll be all right, because stuff isn't being inspected as much. But whatever. If I get sick, I'm just gonna sue the government with all their money they're not making. So that should be fun. Not gonna do that. But yeah. But you gotta get that corn in there. Made little ground beef bowls with corn and rice. So it was, just ground beef, corn, rice. It was good. Yesterday I had two really thick salmon fillets with broccoli for breakfast. I've been trying to eat more food, and which is a weird thing to say out loud, because it's if you want to lose weight, do you want to eat more food? I mean, not more food, but 2 eggs, 3 sausage links, a cup of pineapple, a little cup, fruit cup thing of pineapple with no sugar added, because good God, why is anybody adding sugar to fruit? It's already sweet. It has sugar in it naturally. You don't need to put more sugar in it. What the hell is that about? I always make sure to get the no sugar added ones. But yeah, doing that, and it's been a good breakfast. I like doing it, especially if I do that after I work out or something and have a protein shake. So yeah, it's been nice. I've enjoyed doing that a lot, and also, if anybody in your life is seasoning eggs with just salt and pepper, you need to sit them down and have a conversation with them. For the simple fact that eggs are meat, and meat needs to be seasoned well. There's no point in going salt, pepper, eggs are seasoned. No. Give that shit some flavor. Put some garlic and onions powder on it. What the hell? If you got garlic salt, use that instead of just salt. Give it some flavor. Get some parsley on top. Shit. It's a meat. Meat needs to be seasoned for the most part. Steak, you should still season steak. Even a good cut of steak needs seasoning. Shit. It just doesn't need sauce, steak sauce. Shitty steak needs steak sauce and lots of seasoning. But good cuts of meat still need to be seasoned. And eggs are no different. Even if it's but it's a breakfast meat. Who cares? It's a meat. Season it. Shit. You wouldn't make mashed potatoes without butter. I hope you like your crushed potatoes that aren't mashed at all. They're just crushed. It's just chunky crushed potatoes. Not creamy and delicious at all. Got no butter. Got no milk. It's disgusting. But yeah, it's been nice. I like doing that. I made myself toast a couple times. That was great. I know people are going to freak out. It's you're trying to eat healthy and you're eating carbs. I don't know necessarily that carbs are the enemy, because I didn't gain weight on bread. I gained weight on pasta. And that is carbs. I understand that. But that's because I was eating nothing but pasta, because I didn't know how to take care of myself for a long time and make myself food, because I was lazy. And I was I just need to make something quick for my work food, my work dinner, because I worked second shift. So we was making dinner, even if it was called our lunch break. And I just made pasta and was that's good, whatever, pasta, lots of it, easy to proportion, and make meat, and portion out so I had food for the week, which was a terrible idea. But, whatever. We all live and learn. That and coffee. I've been putting too much sugar in my coffee. I'm trying to, A, drink coffee less so I'm not as just addicted to caffeine, and B, so I'm intaking less, a less amount of sugar, because sugar is really not good in high amounts, because that's what usually turns to fat. It's not fats in foods. I would say it's usually probably not even carbs, because the carbs you eat are what you utilize as energy, later on. It's the sugar, because everything's got fucking sugar in it. You can avoid carbs pretty easily. If you're looking at stuff, yeah, everything's got a couple carbs in it, but for the most part, everything also has a shit ton of sugar in it, and that's where it gets you. Because sugars are like short-term energy store like that we use, but the thing is, we take in so much, our body's like, I got nothing. I got no idea how to handle this much sugar, which is, why diabetes is a thing. Type 2? Type 1? I don't know that. I'm sorry. I got a computer in front of me, and I don't know which type of diabetes is the one you get for having too much sugar and not the genetic disorder. Which also, I'm really surprised they didn't just call those two different things so people would, be able to tell easier. I don't know. Just a thought that I just had right there. Oh, well. Anyway. But yeah, so trying to take in less sugars, which has been going okay. Like, just, that's what I want from my New Year's quote unquote resolutions, just to be stronger, be healthier. I got problems in my family with the heart and stuff. And it's just a good idea for me to look down at myself and go, you know what? I need to take a little bit better care of myself because my grandma died of a heart attack, and I know heart problems run in the family. So I should probably, do something now and not regret it later. Should probably do that. Yeah. So I'm doing it. Tomorrow is going to be shoulders and back day. It's going to be a good fucking awful time. I'm not a huge fan of doing shoulders and back, mostly because back exercises really get me sweaty. It's just the movements for it. Fuck it. But yeah, so other than that, should be okay. I still like it. I still enjoy it more than I don't enjoy it. I like the feeling of being sore. I've missed all that stuff a lot. But yeah, that's New Year's. January in general. Got sick. That's how we started the new year. Told you that already. Got that stuff. Got little anti-anxiety vests for our cats because we need to integrate them together because they're both so high-strung and one's scared of the other one and one hates the other one. So we're like, fine, we'll put you fuckers in vests. See how you like it. And from what we read, it sometimes works, sometimes doesn't, whatever. I only paid $20 for 2 of them because I had I had credit on my Amazon card towards Amazon. So even though they were on sale, I bought 2 of them for the price of 1 because of those points I racked up. And my voice is kind of starting to give out. So we're hopefully doing that this year. And yeah, it's been good. Lots of exciting things coming on multiple fronts. Probably in February, I'll start to stream again at some point. I don't want to make any hardcore set dates because, there are days where sometimes I'm like, I'm going to stream. And there are other days where I'm like, I don't feel like it. So who knows? But I'm going to say in February, I'm going to try to be more consistent with it and not get discouraged so easily because I get discouraged a lot. So yeah. This is going to kind of round it out because I can feel my throat start to dry out and hurt. Excuse me. So, yeah, hopefully you guys are okay with just one of the hosts from the Polishing Podcast. And if we start doing this more regularly again, I think I'm going to have to talk to Trent because we got to work out stuff after he's moved in. I'm going to see if he's cool. Because I don't know. He doesn't have a lot of time. He just straight up doesn't. Recording stuff for YouTube, streaming, it takes up a lot of time. And then just having a life outside of gaming and YouTube and stuff takes a lot of his time. So maybe if we can come to a thing instead of every week, maybe every other week for the podcast or something, because I don't want the Polishing Podcast to end up just being me and trying to find like guest hosts and stuff. I want it to be us because that's what it's supposed to be about. I need to talk to him about it. But yeah, I'm going to. But yeah. Because I've said it 17 times already, so I might as well just keep on going. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, even if it's just me. Like I said, I'm going to try to figure that out. But yeah, sorry we were gone for so long. And hopefully we, plural, will both be back the next one in a week or 2. Who knows? I gotta, like I said, figure it out. And yeah, sorry for making you wait. But I hope you enjoyed it. And I hope you have a good rest of your day and weekend. God bless.